Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book on beauty. What do you think of when you hear the word beauty? Engravings on the walls of ancient caves or today's fantastically intricate electronic devices? Awe-inspiring natural wonders or classic works of art? Colorful insects or the infinite starry sky? Magnificent cathedral sculptures or oil paintings sold for record prices at auction? Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie Titanic or a poster of Marilyn Monroe? Humans have sought beauty since the dawn of civilization. We have explored aesthetics since ancient Greece, trying to define beauty. But the definition of beauty keeps changing. The idea of beauty varies in different eras and from one culture to another. Every individual characterizes beauty in their own way. Painters and sculptors may define one type of beauty, while authors and poets embrace another. The concept of female beauty lauded in ancient Greek poems might have been regarded as vulgar at the time, but it was seized upon and materialized by painters and sculptors centuries later. An object regarded as beautiful in one culture may be considered unattractive in another. When we look back in history, we can see that different kinds of beauty may coexist in the same era. A consistent ideal of beauty can endure over a long period. So, what does beauty mean exactly? The book that we are unlocking today will give you the answer. This book was written by Umberto Eco, an internationally renowned authority on semiotic linguistics, philosopher, historian, and aesthetician. The Cambridge History of Italian Literature acclaimed him the leading Italian author of the second half of the 20th century. During his lifetime, he wrote over 140 books covering diverse subjects. In this book, Eco chooses to shun arguments based on a single aesthetic theory. Instead, he walks us through a wide range of philosophical ideas and artworks, showing us what has been regarded as beautiful throughout the millennia, thus presenting a vivid account of the Western history of beauty. Up next, let's explore the major contents of this book in 4 parts. Part 1, Beauty in the Classical Era. Part 2, Beauty from the Middle Ages to the Renaissance. Part 3, The Beauty of Reason and Romantic Beauty. Part 4, Beauty in the Industrial Age. In the very early culture of ancient Greece, beauty had no autonomous existence. We might also say that at least until the age of Pericles, the Greeks did not dwell on aesthetic thought and lacked a theory of beauty. During this era, beauty was always associated with ethical or moral purity. For instance, when asked the criterion for appraising beauty, the Delphic oracle replied, "The most beautiful is the most just." Even though there was no definition of beauty at this time, poets had long evoked the concept. The Iliad provides an implicit justification for the Trojan War, the irresistible beauty of Helen of Troy. In the encomium of Helen, the sophist Gorgias also writes that Helen's beauty exonerates her from the crime of causing great suffering. When Troy collapses, Menelaus swoops on his unfaithful wife to kill her. Finally, he drops his sword, struck by the beauty of Helen's enchanting body. Even though male and female bodies are mentioned as beautiful here and there in the Iliad, we can't say that it reveals a conscious understanding of beauty. For archaic people, beauty was anything that naturally pleased them, aroused their admiration, or drew their eye. Thus, we can take it a step further and suggest that the ancient Greeks had a formative understanding of beauty. Their understanding of beauty, however, was mainly bound up with the expression of art and did not exist separately as an independent idea. For example, in the lyric poems of the Paeans, beauty lies in the harmony of the cosmos. In sculpture, beauty is expressed by appropriate proportions and the symmetry of the parts. In rhetoric, beauty is manifested by the correct rhythm. The age of Pericles saw sophisticated developments in the arts, especially in sculpture and painting. For instance, the famous sculpture the discobolus or discus thrower originates in this period. Artists at the time emphasized the beauty of the human body. They synthesized all manner of living bodies in conformity to an ideal beauty that harmonized body and soul. In other words, what they were pursuing was a psychophysical beauty, the goodness of the soul expressed as the beauty of forms. As Sappho, one of the greatest archaic Greek poets, writes, "For some the most beautiful thing on earth is a cavalry squadron, others say an army of foot soldiers, others again say a fleet of ships, but I think beauty is what you fall in love with." It's so easy to explain. Helen, the most beautiful of all, chose the man who doused the light